We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Denver Broncos. Uses the spin. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
22 yards. And the Washington first down.
Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Eason. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. The 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
10 yards to go.
From the gun is Eason. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
18 on the play.
It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. First and 10, Eason. Oh, that was dangerous.
Eason's pass.
Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Second and 10.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Second and 6.
On second down, Henning. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Down at the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
Block going to try and throw on third down. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
Touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. It's a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and then they take it downfield and punch it in on you. That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, Jacob Eason. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Here's Eason to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. They run the counter. It's Gibson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. They're no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Eason. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Haynes. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 28.
On play action, Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Intercepted.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. all they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A very solid gain of 27. Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over first.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Henning. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Locke working out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the return will stop right around the 25. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the 1st down sack. Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. From the gun, it's Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Sack.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it'll be 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Eason. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe over.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Broncos 21. Washington.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there?
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Eason sets to throw it.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They were looking for Johnson that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
But it brings up 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lock got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
At the 46-yard line.
Now a play fake, and here's Lock. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
2nd and 6.
Lock now to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 28 yards on that one. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
14-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 13-yard line.
At the 13-yard line.
On first down, Henning. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
– 14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Lock going to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're giving the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
3-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
On second down now. Henning. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal.
They're running it. 57's the mark. 57's the mark.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Broncos 38. Washington, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Eason. Being chased out left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
The kicker on for the point after.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. To throw again. Eason. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. From the gun, Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd.
Throwing is Eason. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, Eason. Eason gets hit and the ball pops free. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
The kicker on.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
The kick is
And he
good.
puts it through.
Makes the score Broncos 59, Washington 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll drop here to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And I think the ball's out, but it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
The Broncos take over.
Here's Locke.
At the 34-yard line.
Flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's 23 yards on the play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 8. Brings
on 2nd and goal. Lock. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
I'm going to come back to you.
Throwing now is Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Single. Watch 17, watch 17.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Eason. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Mike 7, Mike.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Switch. 18 Cardinal.
Now Eason. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. Here's Eason. And he's got his man on the out route. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15.
Complete.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
The 11-yard line.
2nd down. Here's Eason. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So we got man. Check back.
On 3rd down, Gibson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
The 4-yard line.
Hey, Mike's 50. Let's go, D. 60 Eagle. Mike's 50. I'm trying to collect. Check.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
65. Cowboy 80. Check. Fresno. 19 Lion.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Block. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike 57.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time. And now it's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. This is the tight end fan. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll actually throw it with Locke. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
That catch good for only a couple.
9-yard line.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. 25, check 25. Mikey, 18. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. 79 Broncos.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys is saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a